Hatred blocks real worship. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 23, therefore, if you are presenting your offering at the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you. Outward acts of worship are unacceptable to God as long as we harbor internal sin. They are particularly offensive if we retain a hateful attitude toward a brother and yet attempt to come before God. Worship is important for most religious people today. They can spend much time in places of worship, offering prayers, and doing all sorts of religious activities. But as with the scribes and Pharisees, none of it is meaningful if carried out with the wrong attitude. Presenting an offering at the altar was a familiar scene for Jesus' listeners. On the Day of Atonement, for example, worshipers would bring animal sacrifices and give them to the priest as sin offerings. But that process must halt if the worshiper were to remember some hatred between himself and a brother. Unresolved conflict has priority over external ceremony and must be settled. Sin between us and other brethren must be resolved before we can bridge the gap of sin between us and God. The Lord told Israel, "What are you multiplied sacrifices to me? I have had enough of burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed cattle, and I take no pleasure in the blood of bulls, lambs, or goats. Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean, remove the evil of your deeds from my sight. Cease to do evil, learn to do good." Found in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 11, and also verse 16 through 17a. Not to be at peace with someone else and yet to attempt to worship of God is a hindrance to genuine fellowship. Now I want you to ask yourself, this is a call for worship to matter and for relationship with God to be taken seriously. More than a Sunday morning verse, it's a principle demanding conciliatory action in the days prior to the Lord's Day. Is there such a matter occurring in your life situation right now? Amen. God bless you. Until next time.